Bunky Echohawk sees himself as a modern warrior following in the tradition of Pawnee warriors. And Bunky, although he's not a fighter in the sense of with a military weapon, he sees himself as fighting for the dignity and well-being of his people.
We honestly and truly believe that our children are born into leadership. Eventually they will lead our people. And the family I come from is a family that's really full of activists working on the forefront of our civil rights movement, where it was just really expected of me to follow suit and maybe go into law school or go down that path. And I wanted to try to do the work that they do, but not in the courtroom, or I choose to do it in the museums and galleries, and then also in classrooms and stuff like that. So.
Maybe I could start this painting, and what I'd really invite is commentary from the audience.
What really inspired me is I got a job right out of high school working as an illustrator for the American Indian Science and Engineering Society. I thought the job was going to be really easy, just drawing pictures of Indians like wearing buffalo hides and beads and feathers and such. And my assignment was to read case studies of fetal alcohol syndrome and fetal alcohol effect. And it was really hard to stomach, for me to even try to draw it. And so what I ended up doing was trying to draw something that was more empowering, trying to more, I guess, on the healing and preventative side of those issues. The live painting that I do is basically a modernized form of art that a lot of tribes enjoyed in the past of gathering, in the winter months, and where the artist would basically create a dialogue with the audience. They would talk about everyday occurrences, like maybe a buffalo hunt or something significant, a certain battle that happened. But the artist would basically interview every single person and would be able to gain kind of an honest perspective of what happened, like the full story, and then the artist would be able to capture that on a hide painting.
So a big part of being a minority in the U.S. is a lot of cultural appropriation and things that you are kind of melding with other cultures and other subcultures in the country.
The idea of the American dream, like stuff, TVs, what's the native American dream, if there is one, if there's a difference in ideals there,
Bunky represents a generation of young Native artists and activists who want to see their cultures thrive. And he talks about that very specifically. And the way he uses his heritage and the way he draws on that heritage, but yet speaks in a contemporary idiom. Look at the skateboards, look at the Nike shoes, is also, I think, shows that, and what we have to say this message here in the Field Museum very strongly, Indians are not about the past. They're about the present and the future.